times of calamity such as this. I was listening to the radio in the car the other day, and a national call-in program had 2 hours dedicated to the book of Revelation. Men's hearts would begin to fail them for fear of watching those things coming on the earth. Has that come to your mind? If we believe the Bible is God's eternal word, then this is what you have to believe. I'm quoting to you now from 2 Peter 2, 4-6. If God saved not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and spared not the old world, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. Who brought in the flood? God brought in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and He turned the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah to ashes, condemning them with an overthrow, making them examples unto those that after should live ungodly. God sent fire upon Sodom and Gomorrah and destroyed the city. He brought in the flood that destroyed a wicked, vile society during Noah's time. There have been prophetic warnings. Is there something happening? Is there something supernatural? This has never happened. Though there have been floods and earthquakes and famines and pestilence and plagues all through history. Because, you see, all those things happen. They have not happened in the intensity and the rapidity of what we're seeing in the nations of the world today. The world is not listening to the prophetic voices. In spite of all the warnings, in spite of all the pleadings of watchmen and prophets. In the book of Revelation, you find natural disasters, and so devastating, the Bible said, men will seek for death, and they won't find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee them. And you go to the book of Revelation, the 14th chapter, and you see God, it says God was pouring out the wine of His wrath upon the nations. In the preceding chapters and a few chapters following, chapter 14 in the book of Revelation, you find ecological disasters. You find scorching heat. You find pandemic diseases. And all of this after God sent voices and trumpets. After Jesus Himself appeared to the churches to warn. You find that in Revelation 9 chapter, those that were not killed by the plagues repented not, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver. Neither repented they of their murders or sorceries or of their fornications or their thefts. In Revelation 16, and men were scorched with great heat, and they blasphemed the name of God, which hath power over these plagues. God, which hath power over these plagues. And they repented not to give Him glory. They gnawed their tongues for pain. And they blasphemed the God of heaven because of their pain and their sores, and repented not of their deeds. You see calamities on all sides, and rather than see God or even turn to God and repent while there was time and while they still had an invitation, they shook their fist at God, chewed their tongues with pain. Amazing. Incredible. There are signs that the Lord has given to us, and we rejoice. We were rejoicing before any of these calamities came. We rejoice at all times. But the Lord wants us to prepare our hearts.